towers are just too strong, and an arcane tower is just so powerful against the panda that he needs to get out of there. And it looks like we are now finally seeing a tier 2 tech from RohJinWook, and actually no tier 3 yet from th000, which is a bit surprising. Instead he's going for an Ancient of Wind, possibly he's trying to counter that Zeppelin, or possibly he's going for Fairy Dragons. That'd be quite a nice choice in this situation, just because it's always pretty nice to get them against sort of the mass human casters, which is likely to be his choice. So we're going to have to see exactly how he plays this. And meanwhile, some pretty nice creeping here by th000, managing to have boots on both his heroes now, which is very nice, and a Tome of Agility, +2 for his Demon Hunter, so all really nice items here. And it looks like, meanwhile, RohJinWook's actually doing some creeping of his own, picking up healing wards. Certainly not the item he wanted, because he can only really use them in creeping situations, but he is actually at such low hit points now that he's being able to use it quite effectively. He should redrop those footmen just so they can get the benefits of the healing wards. But meanwhile, Creepjack now coming in from th000. He will need to get out of here as soon as possible. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to kill that last Ogre Mauler, and so he didn't get the full effect of the experience, but this Demon Hunter is going to be getting perilously close to 3 now, and level 2 mana burn versus sort of mana siphon. It's just going to be such a dangerous combination for him. And meanwhile, RohJinWook doing some really aggressive creeping, just picking out all these camps, and to be fair, doing some very nice job of it, although he does seem to keep on getting Creepjack. Really nice micro. Look at this Zeppelin micro here, picking up these 0 hit point footmen basically, and just dropping them as soon as they're not being focused anymore. Obviously Purge does crazy things for who's being focused, so it is something that RohJinWook is being very aware of, and I wonder if he's just going to try and drop back in here, maybe try and take out the mine or something, and th000 now building more moon walls. Actually a reveal being used. Clearly he's worried about lots of archers or something. Actually Sappers being bought here by th000. He was actually checking just to see if the armor upgrade was there, maybe, although actually it is and he's still attacking, so maybe not. But it looks like th000 immediately uprooting because he's seen these Sappers, and he's just bringing up all his whiffs to try and repair, and eating trees as well, but it's not going to be enough, and that is a very high cost for RohJinWook, but very much worth it. And assuming he can get away at least, and it looks like he can, and th000 now having to rebuild that Tree of Life, because obviously he needs to have the an equivalent expansion. And we know RohJinWook going straight for tier 3 and for Griffin Aviary, so he's playing it really oddly, and actually some workshops as well. And RohJinWook doesn't have the money saved up to be doing this. He only has 500 gold in the bank, and actually spending some of that as well, so I'm really surprised by this build. Maybe he's trying to trick th000 into thinking that he's going just for tanks or something. No, he's going for 1 mortar team at the moment. Really weird play here. I think he just sacrificed one of his own peasants just so he would have the food to stay in low upkeep. A really important choice, and RohJinWook famous actually for often like stopping mining mid-game just because he wants to go into high upkeep just so he has that gold to be mined later on. And this panda in the back of the base just causing a whole lot of damage, and it looks like casting haze fire around the place, and just really causing a lot of nightmares here for RohJinWook, who is actually taking a lot of damage here on his Shredder as well, but just mainly breath of firing those peasants is the thing you want to go for. And th000 now going to be finishing off his creeping here, unfortunately being scouted here by RohJinWook, although he might be able to take out the, it looks like he will be able to take out these militia, because th000 is otherwise engaged in just protecting his Shredder, putting up a tower and repairing that Shredder as well. But actually he's been creeping as well. Really nice multiplaying here by or multitasking here by RohJinWook, but Hippogriff coming in now and actually getting banished immediately because there's so little that can be done about it. He does have this one Berserker, but level 5 now on that Blood Mage. Really nice there for RohJinWook. Actually we're gonna have to see if this Hippogriff goes straight back in with this panda as well. It's not really a situation where you need to get that breath of fire off. I guess if he has the mana, he may as well. Going for the haze fire actually, even though at best it's going to kill sort of 1 footman or something. I'm not really even sure it's really worth it. And RohJinWook denying that footman eventually, and still on the level, still flush on level 5 for that. Blood Mage, but a continuation of the Creepjack coming in here by th000. Gonna try and just take down this Blood Mage, but he won't be successful. He'll be much better off to take out the Berserker, but we're actually seeing a TP out by this Blood Mage, and just to save him the damage and everything. And TPing straight back to his closer base so he can heal up as well, and actually killing one of his own units. Again, just trying to stay within that upkeep, and he is almost up to 1,000 of both gold and lumber, whereas th000 is much lower. He's at sort of a lower food and had a lower gold and lumber as well, so really not a great position for th000 despite his obvious good hero. We are not seeing a second hero actually now for RohJinWook. Maybe he's going to be going for solo Blood Mage. That'd be a really unusual choice, but nothing in this game has been usual certainly, so we are seeing some creeping now actually from from Thu, who is looking to get 5 on his panda, although by creeping with his Demon Hunter he won't be able to. And what item do you pick up there? Wand of the Wind. It's alright. I mean, it's probably not going to be too useful for him. He might be better off just trying to use it for a surround on a stray blood mage or something. Ancient 4 now going down for Thu, and I think I saw Mud Golem. Yeah, Mud Golem in the space. So clearly he is expecting tanks if nothing else. But meanwhile, sneaky Dragonhawk Riders are now coming in here. Really sneaky play here by RohJinWook. You will be able to do a fair bit of damage with them, even though they do piercing and not a huge amount of damage. As long as the pandas aren't around, they'll be really effective. And we are now seeing tier 3, so we might see an orb as well, and that's going to be really nice against those Dragonhawk Riders. And we are now seeing peasants coming in here. This is a classic human strategy. Unfortunately, Thu's already taken the base, but classic human strategy of just sort of harassing, and then in the meantime just doing a whole bunch of damage. And meanwhile, a really nice drop there using actually I didn't even see that at all. This, what RohJinWook's actually doing is he's bringing in his Zeppelin with lots of mortar teams to try and harass the main, and in the meantime he's actually to prevent any Dragonhawk Riders from, or sorry, to prevent any Griffins from going in, or not Griffins, Hippogriff Riders from coming in. He puts in he has a load of Dragonhawk Riders who can easily escape, but also subdue any sort of air counter attack. Really tricky play here, and it looks like he's going to be going straight for the main of Thu, and possibly should just go for that gold mine. That'll be 600 gold that he would lose very quickly. We're going to have to see. It looks like Thu is partially ready for this, but he does only have Dryades, which will go down so quickly to both Mortars and Dragonhawk Riders, and those two Dryades go down really quickly, and this harassment is going really well. And meanwhile, I imagine RohJinWook saving up a load of money, yeah, at almost 1200 gold now. Really nice play here, and he's probably going to push it into sort of 70 or 80 food. And meanwhile, looks like this panda's just sticking around, trying to do as much harassment as possible. But it's actually one mortar team being dropped, but that panda immediately staffing in, and you can just see sort of the adaptability of this strategy is just so intense. There's these Dragonhawk Riders just coming back and forth with that animal war training upgrade as well, so the Breath of Fire isn't going to be as effective against them, and the Zeppelin just needs to hide here and just occasionally drop a couple of mortar teams. And obviously these fairy dragons are now coming out. That's a really nice counter to this attack. Obviously it's pretty tricky because those Dragonhawk Riders can still focus them down pretty quickly, but it does give the vision that you need without the threat of all the shackles. And this blood mage just running around has bought a staff and actually has 2 boots. Probably going to sell one now. And we are now seeing more Dragonhawk Riders coming in. Yeah, one of those boots got sold. Potion of invisibility actually being bought there. Interesting choice there by RohJinWook. Maybe he could try and move in, and I'm not sure exactly how his strategy is good to go, but Thu now putting down another Ancient of Wind, clearly dedicated to this fairy dragon strategy, and we are now seeing tanks finally coming in here for RohJinWook. Unfortunately, no Ancient of War, no dots, no anything for Thu at this particular base, so he really just has to use his Demon Hunter, which I believe did just happen to be there, and then some Dryades as well, and then uprooting his base. Obviously, really tricky play here. And meanwhile, harassment now coming in on this base as well. Flamespike has been retrained to actually by RohJinWook here, and looks like this one base is going to go down for Thu. Really nice play here by RohJinWook. Such dynamic play. So little that that Thu can do about it, and a TP going to be used, but unfortunately didn't manage to get any of those kills. Looks like a bit of lag was happening there. It looks like this second Ancient of Wind is about to finish now. I'm surprised no one tried to claim this base. It seems like this would be a great thing for RohJinWook, and during his harass just to run down and take this third base. Although considering that he's so outmining Thu as it is, perhaps he thinks it isn't necessary and just rather continuing his push. Maybe he should push into really high upkeep at this point, push to 100 food, and then just attack at this point. Or he could play a longer game. I'm not sure it'd be particularly safer, because it would just mean that Thu would have more time to rebuild, and he does have some pretty awesome heroes. He is, what's his panda level actually? He has 4 on his Demon Hunter. I can't even see it. Purple's such an annoying color. Oh well, let's rest assured that he does have a panda out somewhere. Here it is here. Panda is all so close to 5 now. Really needs to get that 5. It'll be really nice against everything that Thu is putting, RohJinWook is putting out here. And RohJinWook now moving down. Actually, he's got a paladin second and bought up a couple ivory towers, so he'll be immediately fortifying this base. And he has actually passed his boots as well. I guess he's just paladin's in a bit more danger, so it's a bit safer just to put that boots on it. And looks like actually mana burn going off there on that Dragonhawk Rider, and one of them is going to be chased down and killed. Actually, no, it might just manage to get out of there. Yeah, it looks like he will manage to get out there on the south. Thu's going to be really bold, but I don't think he will be. And this Demon Hunter also trying to get up to 5. And if we do see Metamorphosis on the Steam Hunter in conjunction with the staff. That'll be really effective against any harassment that RohJinWook can put out there. And I'm not sure where these two heroes are going. They're really in a precarious position, especially considering there's a one of the wind out there that can just get the easiest sort of using them for a surround. But this Blood Mage are also close to level 6, and that's actually going to really help with this harassment. And these Dragonhawk Riders coming here, just attacking some wisps, but immediately having to get out here. And these Fairy Dragon's taking down one, and it looks like we are going to be seeing. Ooh, actually, is he no, he's been tricked into running into those creeps. I thought it might be some aggressive creeping there, but it looks like this Paladin actually now in a bit of trouble. Obviously, no Divine Shield because he's on level 1. Does have to be staffed back. And are we going to see Thu actually creeping us out, or is he just going to run away? I think he's going to have to run away, which is a bit of a shame because there's a nice camp to creep out. And we are now seeing more harassment now from here. Tanks coming in. RohJinWook just taking out some Moonwells. Obviously, you want to take out things like Moonwells, which are really annoying to have to rebuild en masse, and can really stop you in your tracks during the if you lose them. Whereas if you were to lose something like Hunter's Hall or